All right, how's it going? I'm that ginger photographer and this is my Q&A.
Say that again.
So growing up as a kid, I always had film cameras. There was a shop literally around the corner from where my studio is now. It was over the road and you'd buy a roll of film in there and go out and take pictures. You'd take it to get developed, and when you got it developed, you got a free roll of film. It was a great business model because they kept you going back, but I always had film cameras as a kid, taking pictures of everything. And then my partner bought me a camera, a DSLR. It was a Canon 450D years and years ago, and I just thought I need to learn how to use this properly. I was working full time, and then I was going to college on an evening to learn photography and how to use that camera as well. I wish somebody had told me that photography isn't all about the gear, because I obsessed about saving up and buying the next camera, buying the next lighting. I need a studio, I need an office, and I've got all those things. I'm in a position now where I can buy the expensive equipment, buy the expensive lenses, and it all just gets thrown in a bag at the end of the day. It's not as important as what people think, especially when you start out. You think you need the best of everything, and as long as you use it properly, it really doesn't matter what equipment you have, as long as you're using it correctly. So you could capture anything with the cheapest cameras. I mean, look at the market now. Everybody's going backwards. They all want the vintage look and the old camcorders and the films. So it's not all about the expensive equipment. That's what I wish somebody had told me. They probably did, I probably just didn't listen. I have said no to projects without sounding like a diva when people have tried to haggle me on price, because from experience, most people who ask for discounts and ask for reductions, or they promise you more work if you can do this first job cheaper, they're always just a nightmare. There's always, they want more, and they want to pay less. So I'm at a point now where if a job either doesn't interest or excite me, or if they ask for discount or try to haggle on price, I usually just tell them that I'm already booked. I hope they're not watching this. Time, investing time in learning and educating myself, whether it's YouTube videos, whether it's paying for training, whether it's just going out and practicing new skills, walking through the city at night, taking street photography, investing time in learning, because you can get busy and you can get stuck doing the same things over and over, and then you can lose that passion because it just becomes a job. So definitely investing in time and just educating and practicing and meeting up with friends and just taking your cameras out and just capturing shit for the sake of doing that. Networking is literally the reason my commercial side of the business exists. It wouldn't exist without networking. I was doing wedding photography and family photography, and I went to networking to try and get more weddings and more family photography, and a couple of people asked me for like headshots and then business photos, and then that is now 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. Now it's purely commercial work, doubled turnover, and it literally exists because of networking. It's so hard to stay creative when you're your own boss, because your creativity becomes the least important thing. You have to prioritize work coming in, invoices being paid, paying the bills, doing your tax returns, promoting yourself, marketing yourself, networking, insurance, questionnaires, forms, blog posts. So the last thing after all of that is a bit of creativity for yourself. So going back to the earlier question, that's where investing in time to be creative is important, because if you don't do that, you just get caught on the hamster wheel and then you won't enjoy it anymore. It's just your job after that. One of my goals is to start offering more services in-house. So become not like a fully fledged marketing company, but offering maybe video and photo and different services. So that would mean taking on a staff member or staff members that are good in those areas, because I don't want to be the person who has to learn how to do everything and then everything just falls on me. So definitely grow the company, take on staff and offer more services, and learn from those staff members as well, because I think hiring people who know what they're doing is better than me trying to learn in order to teach somebody. I'd rather they just come in, know what they're doing, and be able to offer more services through those people. And to try and reach those goals, I am practicing my own videography and offering that as a service so that if I get busy enough with that side of the business, I can then justify hiring a staff member because I know that the demand is there. It'd be wrong to take on a videographer and then have no work for them to do. So if I offer it myself and I get busy enough, then I can justify growing the business in that way. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. If you want to know any more business questions or anything like this, just leave them in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye. Why'd you keep laughing?